Oh, get in there, my son. What's going on, everybody? How's it going? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another cheeky little transfer update for you. Not transfer update, just general Manchester United update. It's a habit. It's a habit of saying it. How's it going, everybody? I hope you're okay. Thank you very much for getting in here tonight. Happy Monday to you. Cool homies, what's going on, my friend? Hey there, Flying Pig fan, Naz786, Italy United, Tevas. Thank you for the super chat, by the way, before we've even got started, Flying Pig fan. Appreciate you, dude. And everybody else as well. Welcome aboard the Bacon Express tonight. We've got a few things to get into. Do hit the thumbs up button on the stream if you're just getting in here or if you're on catch up later. And get your comments down below in the live chat and also the post-match comments as well if you're on catch up. Have your say about anything we're discussing here. Thank you very much, Shamir Qureshi, Italy United, everyone for joining us tonight. Do us a favour as well. Share it around on social media if you can. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. Let's get into it then. Let's chew the fat. Ralf Rangnick is the new Manchester United interim manager for 6 months. We know that. We did a video on it earlier. The official statement was from the club. Of course, he joins on just a 6-month initial basis with the idea to go into a technical role for 2 years afterwards. That is already preordained. So this is good for the club overall as a football sense, and obviously coming in as a football man. Hopefully he can turn this team around in a short space and get us playing really great football. He had to say, I am excited to be joining Manchester United and focused on making this a successful season. He said the squad is full of talent and has a balance of youth and experience. All my efforts for the next 6 months will be on helping these players fulfill their potential, both individually and most importantly, as a team. Beyond that, I look forward to supporting the club's longer-term goals on a consultancy basis. So, this is exciting times, really. This is really good stuff to get somebody with that level of football experience in here, just in the football role. Never mind what he does in the next 6 months. I hope he really does instill a totally different philosophy and get this team successful and having a successful season and winning. But aside from that, this is great for the club going forward to actually just get somebody like that in there, because we don't have enough football men at the helm. So, but in the short term, hopefully he can really bring that Gagan press style of play. We want to have that at United, obviously, that good, strong press and attacking football is what we want to see. That is been long on the menu for United fans, and it's not been served for a very long time by any of the previous managers, really. I mean, Solskjaer got us playing attacking stuff at times. We did beat Southampton 9-0, but ultimately, over the course of it, it wasn't good enough. Same with Mourinho, defensive guff. Louis van Gaal, crab football. So hopefully we can see a big change in the approach and the philosophy from the football from Ralf Rangnick going forward. Get in there, my son. How you all feeling about this one? Smash a 69 in the live chat if you're buzzing about Ralphie Rangnick coming in here. Rah, 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 Ralphie Rangnick. Let's go. I mean, it is good, isn't it? Let's try and get hyped about it, He is a good manager. He does have good experience. It is a big step up, but he's got all the experience to call upon from doing various different football roles at various different clubs and always been very successful doing it. So we've got more information about the assistant though, lads and lasses. So check this out. We were talking about maybe there was the possibility that he would stay and actually succeed Ralf Rangnick over at Lokomotiv Moscow, and he may not be coming as his assistant. We're talking about Lars Kornetka here. Well, that seems to be what's happened. So the well-known German specialist Lars Kornetka will take over the position of the head of sports and development of our club. Ralf Rangnick, who held this position earlier, has joined Man United as head coach. So that was from Lokomotiv Moscow earlier, and the official club statement reads as the well-known German specialist Lars Kornetka will take over the position. Lars Kornetka is a long-term partner and follower of the ideas and adherent of Ralf Rangnick's philosophy of football. Since 2007, the specialist has actively collaborated with him at Hoffenheim, Schalke 04 and Red Bull Leipzig. Lars specialises in statistical football analysis, assessment of players' skills and their physical condition, including advanced video analytics as well as scouting, focused primarily on finding promising young football players and an objective assessment of their future capabilities. Kornetka, in the position of head of sports and development of FC Lokomotiv, will be involved in strategic planning and sports development, as well as the work of the vertical of club teams, the academy and training of the reserve. The team of specialists formed by Ralf Rangnick will continue to implement the strategy approved by the club's board of directors. Shit! It seems like he's staying. Obviously, he is staying there, and it seems like the team that is been working with Ralf Rangnick will be staying there too. That's what I'm getting from this statement by Lokomotiv Moscow, which does just maybe make me think that there's not really going to be that many people coming in. There might be somebody else that joins Rangnick. So there was an update from Fabrizio Romano earlier that suggested that maybe one member of staff could be brought in along with Ralf Rangnick, but. It is a shame, isn't it, Solskjaer 99? I know he seemed like he would be a good footballer man. I mean, basically, this statement here bigs him up. And, we don't know too much about him, but he was, I think it was a video analyst at Bayern with Pep. And I think he's also worked under Ralf Rangnick many times at different clubs. So he's kind of like his right-hand man. And unfortunately, he's not coming, it seems. So, he is staying at Lokomotiv Moscow to step into the role that Ralf Rangnick has now vacated. So that means that, hey, we don't know what's going on with the coaching staff still at this moment in time. It might be Carrick, Frieden, McKenna and co until the end of the season or until he assesses the situation and decides, yes, they either can do what I want them to do or no, they can't do what I want them to do. I mean, ultimately, this guy's coming into an English club. It's different culture. Maybe it is good to have some Manchester United people around in the coaching staff just to help that transition and have that continuity at the club. It makes a heck of a lot of sense. But also, we need some more people in there, some new ideas, some other approaches, some good coaching, that's going to get us playing this Gagan press style of play. I mean, is this guy going to do it all? Is Ralf Rangnick going to do it all at United? So I'm a little bit concerned about that. Ballon d'Ors are jokes, says Tweepo. We're going to get into that shortly, absolutely. Hey, Johnny M, let me just give a few shout-outs to all the legends that are getting in here before we get on to the next bit. But thank you very much. Rushmano, how you doing? You, Donny, says 32 likes. Guys, if you're just getting in here, smash the thumbs up button, hit the like on it. That'll give us a YouTube algo boost. Smash it up. Illy United, Solskjaer 99, Star-Lord, Johnny M, Batman, Vincent Bullock, Ozzy Gamola. How you doing, Ozzy? Says, I think Carrick has done all right and maybe an asset to Ralf as an assistant. Great point. I was going to get onto that a bit later, but I'll talk about it now. Carrick has done well in these couple of games. He's shown some sort of, tactical abilities. I liked what he did in the last game as well, making it ugly and having like Scotty McTominay dropping deeper and stuff. And, at times we were very defensively robust. It was compact. And, he got a lot of stuff right in that game just to go to the bridge and get an ugly win. And also the game before that, of course, winning against Villarreal. He's done a good job in his couple of games that he's had. You can't really deny it. Plus, he was a talented player. He's a Manchester United player. He's very dependable for us. He's a good character. He is a nice guy. And but also, he probably is a good coach. Probably is a decent coach, and working under the likes of Rangnick's going to give him experience. Maybe he could go out there, cut his teeth somewhere else in the future in a couple of years' time, go and manage a team, get some experience. One day he could be Man United manager down the road. Who knows? So, Michael Carrick's got a future ahead of him in the game, I think. But right now, I could see him staying under Ralf Rangnick and having a role in the side. I could see all of them staying. I just hope that we get somebody else to come in too. Because I don't think Ralf Rangnick can do it all necessarily in terms of the coaching. I'm hoping he's got people that he's worked with on a regular basis that he knows and works well with, and they all know the system and the style that he wants to adapt to. So it's gonna be interesting to see what United do in the next few days in regards to the coaching staff, because there might be some sackings. We understand that the coaching staff, pretty much all of Ollie's boys, got a new contract just a few weeks ago. So it might be a case that they're all staying. It also might be a case that Rangnick comes in and assesses the situation and says, I want to keep you. You really, you're taking up too much space. When we get this guy in, you're going to have to go. So there may be some alterations and changes made by Rangnick coming in. Hey, Haroli, how you doing? Great to see you in here. Says Yo-Yo Pig. I hope you're doing well there, Haroli. Always a pleasure. Freddie Kelly Grant's in here as well. A lot of legends getting in here, guys. Do get your thoughts and opinions in throughout the show. We're just starting, just kicking off. Get your thoughts in the live chat throughout. We will dip in and out and see what you guys think about what we're discussing. He didn't get us to win against Chelsea, says Vincent. But okay, Vincent. Okay, fair enough. But don't you think that a draw away at Stamford Bridge under the circumstances of how shite we were playing all season long, don't you think that is actually a good result based on what's been before and the fact that he has just come in a temporary basis and can't really change that much, but did change quite a bit in that game, and actually we did get an ugly draw. And in the end, I know De Gea saved us many times, but in the end we could have actually won that game if that penalty didn't occur, which was a soft pen in the end, if you ask me. Maybe Wan-Bissaka a little bit unlucky, but ultimately, it was a winnable game, and Carrick set us up to make it a winnable game. It was an ugly game. We weren't the dominant team in the game, but it was a winnable game for us, and we nearly won the game. So actually, I'd say that he did a very good job in that game. Now, he's actually done fantastic for everybody in the league, really, because it stopped Chelsea getting further ahead. Rangnick comes in only 12 points behind now. Well, I say only. It's obviously a lot of points. It would have been nicer if it was only if it was less than that. But still, it could have been a lot worse, is what I'm saying. So it's a good situation that Carrick's left us in. He has shown some abilities. I'd give him an opportunity to be an assistant, or to be just a coach under Rangnick to continue on. I don't see why it's too much of an issue there. The other personnel on the side, obviously they do bring different things to the side as well. I think Rangnick's going to have to get in there and assess who he wants to keep and decide who he wants to get rid of and who he wants to bring in as well, because it might just be a case of, well, he's got this system, he's got this style, he knows these people that will be able to implement that system and style, and so he wants to go and put them in there regardless. So we have to see what Rangnick wants to do. He's only here for 6 months, remember, as well, in terms of the actual management job. So maybe the United board, or whoever's the hierarchy, might not actually want him to just completely sack off all the coaching staff, and now they might leave that job up to the new permanent manager that will probably be appointed in the summer. So there's a good chance that might happen too, and he might not do too much in terms of changing the coaching staff or adding coaching staff if he's only going to be there for 6 months. I think he's stepping into this role with the idea that he's going into a consultancy role. We know that. It's pre-set up. Very rare you see these type of scenarios where they're preordained, where he's going to go in as a consultancy role. That could change if he performs and does really well and wants to stay on, and we all want him to stay on. That may change, but at this moment in time, that is it. It's 6 months and 2 years down the road as a consultancy job. That's the situation. Yeah, Harodi says draw at Stamford Bridge was a great result, especially at the moment. I agree. I mean, it was. You can't really ask for more than that right now with how we did. We lost 4-1 to Watford the other day. Chelsea missed big chances, as Rupert Meadow. They did. Werner had a couple of shot at the bed moments. Also, the goalkeeper David Hare made some wicked saves as well. Yeah, they did pepper us in that first half. What I would say is United grew into the game. Second half, we did better. Okay, it was a mistake that led to our goal, but it was taken well, and we had a couple of chances after that. It wasn't a great game. It was an ugly game. I use that word not lightly at all. It was ugly, but it was effective. Pastor Fred for Ballon d'Or. Fred should have scored the winner. Fred had a nightmare with that chip, didn't he? What was he doing? I agree, Stephen Barrow. That was sickening. Oh, right. Okay, so let's just talk about this right now. So, okay, so Lars Kornetka staying at as the head of sports and development at Lokomotiv now. So he's basically taken in the role that Ralph Rangnick was doing, and he's going to take over. So Manchester United now have to look for, I guess, other assistants. Ralph might stick with the current assistants, or he might go and approach other people. So we'll keep you posted on what happens with that over the next coming days. Also, it's understood that Manchester United are willing to let Ralph Rangnick strengthen in the January transfer window. There's actually RB Leipzig defensive midfielder Amadou Haidara is one of the options that Rangnick's considering. That's what we're hearing right now. I don't know how soon Manchester United would be working on that. It's only a month until the January transfer window. If that's the case anyway, Man United, I think, will get some players gone in January, and so he might just be given the money that he basically generates from selling players in order to buy a CDM or something, or maybe not. As we said, he's only here for 6 months, so there's a chance that they might just not give him any money. We did spend in the summer, of course. We got Ronaldo in and Sancho and Varane. Here we go. This is also an update. Ralph Rangnick will bring a small number of staff with him to Manchester United, and he intends to employ an assistant who's capable of helping the players transition from Solskjaer's style to his own. So, that's sort of what we're hearing, is that he is probably more likely to bring in people rather than just work with the current setup. He also might keep the current setup, but he might add 1 or 2 there as well. So this is what Amadou Haidara said in 2019 as well, this player that's linked to Manchester United, who plays for Leipzig, who is a really good player, and obviously Ralph Rangnick is an admirer of. He said, "My dream club is Manchester United. I will fight with all my strength to one day play for that club." Get in there. That's the sort of attitude I like, Amadou Haidara, my friend. Come on. Sign him up. You know what I mean? But anyway, there you go. Amadou Haidara. There you go. A new transfer target has emerged here with these Ralph Rangnick links. hey, look, it's just speculation at this moment in time, but sometimes these have some basis. He is a good player. It is what the sort of, player we're looking for right now. There are strong links there. So I'm just saying, hopefully United do some business in January and get somebody in that will help our midfield, because I think we do need, a lot of improvement in that area. Guys, yes, do us a massive favour if you just get in here, smash the like button, hit a thumbs up on it if you're joining. There's over 100 of you legends in here. Thank you very much, DeAndre Elliott, for getting in here. Says, I stopped taking the Ballon d'Or seriously when Modric won, scoring only 2 times that year. Okay, right, listen to me. The Ballon d'Or is an absolute shambles. Let's talk about this now, man. So Lionel Messi has won his 7th Ballon d'Or, right? It's an absolute joke, isn't it, in all fairness? It's an absolute joke. So here is the list of all the Ballon d'Or results, with Lionel Messi coming first place. An absolute shambles. I mean, listen, okay, so look, what's he done? Let's analyse what he's done. So I believe he's obviously won the Copa America for the first time in his career, by the way, with Argentina. Fair play to you. That's pretty fucking cool, But hey, guess what? You're supposed to win the fucking Copa America if you're Argentina, man. Are you kidding me? There's basically Brazil and Argentina. Yeah, there's other 2 teams. Chile, Ecuador. Are you telling me Ecuador is supposed to be fucking more likely to win it than, it's a failure as far as I'm concerned, the fact that they've only won the one. Messi's Argentina, yeah, okay, you got Brazil, that's always tough. I bet you if it was it's basically a two-nation shootout, if you ask me. Anyway, it should be. But it's kind of like if Portugal and Spain were in the same group every single year. Yeah, Spain might win more often, but you would expect Portugal with Ronaldo over the last 15 years, they'd win it sometimes more often than once out of all that whole time. So, in my opinion, it's a good achievement. He also won a Spanish Cup with Barcelona, didn't he? Won a Spanish Cup. Okay, fair enough. He did do well there. And then he's moved to PSG, where he scored like 1 in 9 in a complete farmers league. And, not exactly inspired or done that well at all, to be fair. I just don't really understand why Lionel Messi has won it this year. I really don't understand it. Fair enough, previous years, you can make a debate about it. I think there's other years he shouldn't have won it either. What about that year where Inter did the treble and Schneider was bossing it, and then got to the final of the World Cup and all with Netherlands, and also Xavi and Iniesta were doing bits as well for Spain, and it's just like, hang on, they're like, yeah, come on. There's other years where he didn't deserve to win it either, if we're being totally honest. I think it's a travesty. I personally think that it should have gone to either, I guess, Robert Lewandowski for his overall performances and goals and tally of assists and goals and all the rest of it that he's put in there. And the fact that they, his Bayern side, and they're just formidable. He plays for, a bit of a lesser nation. It's harder for him to win things on an international stage as well. And then also, Jorginho at Chelsea, his side obviously done bits in the Euros, Italy, and also with Chelsea winning the Champions League. I mean, what more does anybody have to do to get ahead of this Lionel Messi garden gnome twat? I don't get it. What is their obsession? What is France football's obsession with Lionel Messi? Why is it just faked every single year? It brings it into a state of mockery, if you ask me. It's like, well, okay, fair enough. We get it some years. He scored 94 fucking goals in one calendar year. Yeah, definitely Ballon d'Or, mate. Absolutely. But this year, no, he shouldn't have won the fucking Ballon d'Or, guys. He should have finished like 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th on the fucking list. Not first. So yes, it is a bit of a shambles, in my opinion, the Ballon d'Or. He's done well. He's done well this year. Like I say, Copa America's done well. Did well with Barca, winning the Cup. Okay, moved to France. Bang average for Lionel Messi. Bang average for the Ballon d'Or, if you ask me. I mean, just listen to this. Robert Lewandowski's 2021 stats compared to other Ballon d'Or frontrunners here. Robert Lewandowski, 54 games, 64 goals, 9 assists. Bundesliga and DFL Super Cup winner. Lionel Messi, 56 games, 41 goals, 17 assists. Copa del Rey and Copa America winner. Pretty decent, mate, to be fair. He's got to be in contention. But individually, is it as impressive as what Lewandowski's done in that calendar year? I personally don't think so. It's just the fact that Lewandowski doesn't play for a side that is one of the 2 favourite sides every single fucking time the tournament takes place to win the Copa America. So, they're just handing it to Lionel Messi for whatever reason, it seems. Cristiano Ronaldo, 60 games, 43 goals, 6 assists, Coppa Italia winner. Should Ronaldo win the Ballon d'Or this year? No, he shouldn't. He scored 29 and 31 in Juventus in the league, excellent stuff. All those amazing goals that he scored in terms of the Champions League, and also like, just for Portugal in some of these big clutch games recently. Ronaldo's just done brilliant things. He's proven himself to be the clutch GOAT again in 2021. But should he be winning it this year when there's Lewandowski scoring 64 and 54 and winning the Bundes and the DFL Super Cup and all this? No, he shouldn't really. It shouldn't really work like that. Just because he's fucking Ronaldo, just because he's Messi, shouldn't win it in my opinion either. Karim Benzema's had an impressive year. Excellent. So, okay, didn't win anything there. Oh no, he did win the Nations League actually. Yeah, the Nations League. 43 goals, 58 games, 13 assists. Salah, 34 goals, 53 games, 10 assists, doing it in the Premier League, a harder league, not a shitty farmers league now either. Erling Haaland, DFB Pokal winner, 10 assists, 44 goals, 46 games. Kylian Mbappe, UEFA Nations League winner, 62 games, 45 goals, 20 assists. I mean, I'm just saying, it's like, why has it gone to Lionel Messi? Seems like it's bullshit to me. Guys, do us a favour and get your thoughts in about who you think should have won. Actually, I'm going to make a poll here. I'm going to do my unofficial Ballon d'Or. So we won't put Ronaldo in there, guys. Well, I won't put Ronaldo in the poll, even though some of you probably think that Ronaldo, should have been the one who got the Ballon d'Or. I'm not going to put Ronaldo in there because I know this is a United channel and everybody's probably just going to vote for Ronaldo. So I'll just put the top four there. So you've got Benzema, Jorginho, Lewandowski and Lionel Messi. There you go. Top four. Let me just put it in there. Who should have won Ballon d'Or? Lewandowski, Messi, Benzema, or Jorginho. Okay, so, in my opinion, I would have given it to either. I'd have probably put Messi third, to be fair. I'd have probably put Messi third for winning the Copa America with Argentina and having a good year. By his standards, not that great of a year, to be fair. Not like he scored 94 goals in the calendar year like he has done before. By his standards, a good year. I'd have probably put him in third place. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve to be up there. He's absolutely deserves to be up there. I'm just looking at like Robert Lewandowski's amount of sheer goals that he scored. And also, this is what pisses me off. Last season, Robert Lewandowski deserved to win it. And they didn't have the Golden Ball last year, did they? They didn't actually have it because of the pandemic. So what they did is they just boycotted it, and it didn't go to Lewandowski. In fact, Lionel Messi, when he received his award, he said something along the lines of, Robert Lewandowski should have had it. He said to Lewandowski, he said, you deserve your Ballon d'Or. Last year, everyone was in agreement to say that you were the big winner of this award. So he knows that Robert Lewandowski should have won it again last year too. Robert Lewandowski, they did the treble with Bayern Munich, didn't they? They should have fucking won it. So he didn't have it because the Golden Ball wasn't available. He scored an insane amount of goals as well. So Robert Lewandowski is getting an absolute raw deal here. It pisses me off. It's like almost out of principle, the fact that he should have won it last year and they didn't do one. The fact that he really should win it this year too. He should just fucking win it by default this year. Or Jorginho, doing the most impressive in terms of actual trophies in terms of the Champions League and the Euros with his nation and his club doing really well, pulling the strings in midfield. I mean, come on. I mean, what is their reasoning for giving it to Messi over those two? Bollocks, isn't it? It's absolute bollocks. But anyway, this is what Messi said. He said, I would like to thank my family, friends, all the people who follow me and always support me. Today I'm here in Paris. I'm very happy, really happy. I'm really happy to continue the fight and reach new objectives. Yeah, you don't deserve them, mate. In fact, you do. But he should have 5. I dispute that in 2010, he shouldn't have got one either. I think it should have gone to either Xavi, Iniesta or Schneider, based on what they've done. Schneider obviously did amazing things with Inter and got the Netherlands in the World Cup to the final as well. And then you also look at Xavi and Iniesta's year that year. But it went to Messi because Messi's absolutely just bloody loved by France football here. And then you got, and then this year as well. I genuinely don't believe it should have gone to him this year either. I think it should have gone to Lewandowski or maybe Jorginho. So in my humble opinion, he only should have 5. The same as Cristiano Ronaldo. So, it's kind of annoys me because Ronaldo's got obviously less than him now, 7 and 5. That's the level. Ronaldo's unlikely to win 2 more. In fact, if you look at that list there, Ronaldo finished 6th. So Ronaldo finishing in 6th place, and I'd say that's appropriate, for what he did, for what he contributed, for what he won, in terms of rankings of who should win the Ballon d'Or. I'd say that's absolutely appropriate. But it's a facade to have Lionel Messi winning it every single bloody year, even if he doesn't truly deserve to win it. Lewandowski should win it. Let me just have a look at the quick poll, see who's voting on the poll. Let's take a look. Oh, wow, look at that. So 85 votes so far. Do have a vote if you're just getting in. Who should have won the Ballon d'Or? 76% of the live chat in here. This is our unofficial Ballon d'Or. Where's the music? Let's get some fucking music on the go, hey? I don't know. I don't have any music prepared, but this is the unofficial, actual Ballon d'Or ceremony right here. Ready? And the award goes to Robert Lewandowski. There you go. 79% of the vote. I mean, exactly. It's not even close. 14% say Messi, 1% say Benzema, 6% say Jorginho. So Messi definitely doesn't deserve to win. There you go. That's what we have determined. That is the truth. You know that's the truth. You know it's a mockery and a farce and a joke. And so does everybody else. But should we really put up with this? I say we just throw the whole Ballon d'Or thing in the fucking bin now, to be honest. It's a shambles. It's been going since 1958 or whatever. Yeah. Okay, nice. Has it always been this fucking corrupt? It's bollocks, isn't it? Oh, we're nearly at 100 likes, by the way. Nearly 200 of you legends in here. Thank you for joining us. Do have your say on this Ballon d'Or debacle. Get in the live chat and smash that like button if you're just joining us. Hit the thumbs up. Get your say in. And hit the subscribe button if you're new too. Right then. Okay, so, yeah. So, also, Cristiano Ronaldo. Listen to this. Listen to this, guys. Manchester United Cristiano Ronaldo slams Ballon d'Or organisers' lies about Lionel Messi rivalry. This is what's so... These France football merchants, who are these people? Who the fuck are these people, mate? Honestly, who think that they can play with people's emotions like this? Listen to this. So, Manchester United's Cristiano Ronaldo has slammed Ballon d'Or organiser and editor-in-chief of France football, Pascal Ferrer, saying that Ferrer lied about his rivalry with Lionel Messi and used Ronaldo's name to promote his publication. So, Ferrer told the New York Times last week that Ronaldo's only career ambition was to win more awards than Messi. He said Ronaldo has only one ambition, and that is to retire with more Ballon d'Ors than Messi, Ferrer said. I know that because he told me. Right? For a start, why the fuck would you even tell that to anybody, even if he did tell you that? It's like that paints this guy as somebody whose literally sole focus is bringing Messi down. So exactly what he's trying to do. He's trying to literally get hype and build, get some sort of bloody clicks and all sorts for his publication. That's all it really is. And obviously using Ronaldo's name to do so and trying to paint some sort of narrative that Ronaldo really gives a shit. I mean, Ronaldo's won the fucking Euros, he's won multiple Champions League, he's won 5 Ballon d'Ors, he's won absolutely everything just for some kid from Madeira who had a dream, the boy who had a dream. I'd say he's pretty fucking content with what he's done. I don't think his sole ambition in life is to get more fucking golden balls than Messi in this fucking corrupt organisation anyway. Who gives a shit? This guy's a twat. I've never even heard him, never seen him before, never said anything about it. I can tell you now, this France football editor's a fucking dick. Pascal Ferrer, that's all I need to know. Anyway, Ronaldo went on to say this. He said, Ronaldo has only one no, sorry, that's what he said. This is what Ronaldo said in regards to Ferrer's comments. He said, today's outcome explains why Pascal Ferrer's statements last week when he said that I confided in him that my only ambition was to finish my career with Ballon d'Ors more Ballon d'Ors than Messi. He said Pascal Ferrer lied. He used my name to promote himself and to promote the publication he worked for. It is unacceptable that the person responsible for awarding such a prestigious prize could lie in this way, in absolute disrespect for someone who has always respected France football and the Ballon d'Or. And he lied again today, justifying my absence from the gala with a supposed quarantine that has no reason to exist or be carried out. I always want to congratulate those who win. He said, within the sportsmanship and fair play that I have guided my career since the beginning, and I do it because I'm never against anyone. I always win it for myself and the clubs I represent. I win for myself and those who love me. I don't win against someone. He said, the biggest ambition of my career is to win national and international titles for the clubs I represent and for the national team in my country. The biggest ambition of my career is to be a good example for all those who are professional footballers. The biggest ambition of my career is to leave my name written in golden letters in the history of world football. I would end by saying that my focus is already on Manchester United's next game, and everything on that, together with my teammates and our fans, we can still achieve this season. The rest is just the rest. So there you go. Ronaldo just setting the record straight there about this twat. And what his comments, obviously, whoever that is, shouldn't even really give him the time of day. But it just goes to show you France football, the Ballon d'Or, it's all just a corrupt mess of shit. It's all just mates. It's just mates picking mates. It's rubbish. It's like, who is their golden boy? Well, it's obviously Lionel Messi, because he doesn't deserve to win the Poxy thing this year. And obviously these comments by Pascal Ferrer, the editor-in-chief of France Football, very negative, painting Ronaldo in a very negative light, to the point where Ronaldo has to make a statement to say, you know, because when somebody says, Ronaldo told me, I know this because Ronaldo told me that his sole focus and ambition in life is to get more Ballon d'Ors than Messi. Who gives a shit about your France Football Ballon d'Or bollocks golden ball corrupt trophy, mate? That's all it is now. So, yeah, disgusted with this. Oh, anyway. So there you go. Cristiano Ronaldo. Let's get into the live chat, see what you guys think about this anyway. The Ballon d'Or is stupid, says Genius Dominant. Absolutely agree. What a mess. Lukaku should have won. Look at his stats, says Rupert Meadow. You what? I mean, fair enough. I mean, his stats weren't even quite as good as Ronaldo's last season in Serie A. But he's done well. Lua deserved it, says Fix the Problem. I agree with you. I completely agree with you. I think you're right. Lewandowski deserved it last year as well, and he didn't get it, and he most certainly deserved it this year based on the amount of goals that he scored. I mean, let me just read those stats one more time as well, guys. They're quite impressive stats from Lewandowski. He up against Messi. Let's just go head-to-head with Messi. So Lewandowski, 54 games, 64 goals, 9 assists, contribution of 73 goals in 54 games. He won the Bundesliga and DFL Super Cup winner. Now, he does play for Poland. It's a little bit harder for him to do anything on an international stage, not being one of the premier teams in Europe, obviously. But he still won the DFL Super Cup and scored 764 in 54 with 9 assists. Messi, 56 games, 41 goals, 17 assists. Won the Copa del Rey trophy and the Copa America. Fair enough. That is pretty great. It's his first one. I respect that. You know, fair enough. That is a big international achievement. But how's about Jorginho being sacked off then with his Champions League win and his European Championship win? It just doesn't really add up. Individually, if I'm looking at that list, I'm going, who's the best individual attacking player in world football? Because that's what it seems what it's about, really. It's very, very unlikely that somebody who's not an attacker wins. Jorginho didn't stand a chance over midfield, really. Obviously, Modric did stop the rot at one point, but usually an attacker wins because they go on the goals and the stats. Look at that. Lewandowski's stats are way better than Messi's stats. Way better than Messi's stats. So Messi's stats are still insanely good, by the way. Don't get me wrong, they're still insanely good. But everybody knows Robert Lewandowski should have won that. So shambles. Shambles, absolute shambles. Bundesliga shit, Messi deserved it, says Jason Adams. Well, that's the only argument, I guess. But guess what? Messi didn't win the league over in La Liga. He just won the Copa del Rey. And then, you know, you say, how about Argentina always being one of the favourites for the Copa America? This is the only time he's ever done it. I mean, it's just not that. I think individually Lewandowski, he's never going to win the Ballon d'Or then. If he can't win it this year, he's never going to win it because Poland aren't going to win the European Championships. It's not his fault. He's playing, he's doing all he can. It's about who's the best player over the course of the year. It's not about really who, you know, in all fairness, who wins what, obviously, because otherwise Jorginho would have won because he won more impressive, higher profile trophies. Surely it's about who's just the best player in general. So, yeah, I mean, just don't agree. Just don't agree with that. Yeah, Mount says, agree, mates voting for mates. What Henri said, exactly, that's all it is. Mo909 says, Lewandowski only scored goals. Messi assisted, scored goals, made plays, won international cups, says Mo909. Okay, fair point, he did win that, but you say that. How you say he didn't get any assists? I mean, Lewandowski got 9 assists, 64 goals, so a contribution of 73 in 54 games. Lionel Messi played 56, 41 goals, 17 assists, overall contribution of 58 goals in 56 games. Impressive, but not as impressive as Robert Lewandowski's stats. Okay, you know, fair enough. And unless Robert Lewandowski transferred to, you know, a top national side, which he can't do, then how's he ever going to really compete? He still scored a lot of goals for his country. I just don't get it. I just don't get it anyway. I think it's unfair. I think he should have won it last year. Hey, look, I think Messi's achievements this year are brilliant. I'm not slagging Messi. He should have finished third. I absolutely think he should have finished third. Hey, even second I could be understanding of because he did win the Copa America. But his individual season is not a glistening one compared to some of the previous ones he's had, and it's not as good individually as a year as Robert Lewandowski's. Facts. Facts. Okay. Who's the best player? It's about who's the best player, isn't it? Isn't it about who's the best player? Right. Okay, so that is the full list there anyway, guys. Lionel Messi wins it. Robert Lewandowski second. Couple of notable ones I wanted to discuss, actually. Yeah, okay, so Kevin De Bruyne was eighth. Mo Salah was seventh. Cristiano Ronaldo was sixth. N'Golo Kante fifth. So, you know, a lot of Premier League players occupying that top 10 spot. Jorginho was third, actually. I forgot about that. So, yeah, a lot of Premier League players, mostly Premier League players, occupying the top 10 spot, which is nice to see, to be honest, because the Premier League is a great league, and it just goes to show you, obviously, how good the league is when you've got, you know, 6 out of the 10 people in there are Premier League players. It's obviously a shame that, you know, Lionel Messi won it in the end. But I'd say that, you know, that is a fair list. You've also got Lukaku at 12th is notable. And also, how's about Bruno Fernandes? He gets in 21st. So Bruno did make the final sort of list of however many there in 21st place. Bruno Fernandes, the Portuguese Magnifico, you know, is he still 26 years of age? That's pretty damn good going for Bruno. I think he'll get higher up that list. He needs to sort himself out because recently he's been shy. But, you know, I think he's a Portuguese Magnifico. He's got great talents. Form is temporary, of course. Class is permanent. He is a classy player. He will get back to it, especially with Rangnick coming in the new system. So I think that's good showing from him. Good showing from him. Mason Mount finished 19th, by the way. You what? Raheem Sterling 15th. Did have a great Euros, to be honest, Raheem Sterling, didn't he? Sensational Euros, to be fair, yeah. Okay, so that's the full Ballon d'Or list. And Ronaldo's comments, obviously not happy at all with what Ferrer, the editor-in-chief of France Football, said as well about that whole Messi rivalry. It's just bollocks. So, you know, very annoyed about that. Cristiano Ronaldo obviously snubbed the event. You know, Ronaldo's just bigger than that shit. Ronaldo doesn't need France Football, man. You know, fuck France Football. That's what I say. FFF. Hashtag FFF in the live chat, guys. Fuck France Football, man. Honestly, this Ballon d'Or, it's a mockery. Who cares? Who cares anymore? It doesn't, it's bollocks. It's rubbish. You know, we've just done an unofficial Ballon d'Or right now. Guess who won? It wasn't Lionel Messi. Have your vote in the live chat right now. 190 votes. 81% say Lewandowski. Why would 81% of you say Lewandowski? You know, you're not fools. You're not idiots. No, you're not. You know Messi. Look, Messi's finished second in the poll. Fair play. There you go. Second. Done well. Lewandowski, they're 81% of the vote. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. It's not because I'm here telling you my opinion. That's for damn sure. It's because you genuinely think that. So yes, hey, we're 8 likes away from 100 likes, guys. Smash the thumbs up button if you're just joining us and getting in here. Also, who's new here? Smash the 1 in the live chat if you're new so I can give you a hello. And also, if you are new, hit the subscribe button. That way you can get involved in the live chat. You only need to be subscribed for 1 minute to have your say in the community here and get involved. So please do. Tyson Fury fan channel says Ballon d'Or is a farce. Well said, Tyson, absolutely. Okay, let's get into some more information about Ralph Rangnick now, lads and lasses. So the Ballon d'Or is a joke. Do have your... Actually, before I do that, I'll just dip into the live chat, see what you guys are just finally saying about it. Sly Dog says the Ballon d'Or is as corrupt as European Song Contest now. So true, isn't it? It's like just, oh yeah, Cyprus, they'll just give fucking Greece 12 points. They'll just give fucking Cyprus 12 points, you know? Nobody ever gives the UK anything, by the way. Everybody fucking hates us in Europe. Have you ever noticed that? That's what the European Song Contest is. Everybody hates the UK. That's what I always found. So yeah. And it's just a political voting structure. I totally agree. It's not based on actual songs. It's just who likes who. You're absolutely spot on. Yes, FFF Ballon d'Or is a marketing ploy, says Girish Ramlakan. I appreciate that, Girish, and I totally agree with you, sir. Andrew Wright says, how did Salah finish below Ronaldo and Kante? He dragged Liverpool to third with half a team. Well, it's based on the 2021 as well, you know. So think about what Ronaldo did last season. He did score 29 and 31 in Serie A as well and do what he did for Portugal too. Think about what Ronaldo's done for Portugal in some big clutch games this year. You know, like some of the last-minute header winners and crazy stuff that he's done. He does deserve to be up there, in my opinion. I do think Salah deserves to be maybe a little bit higher. That's fair. Mason M says, because this is a Man United channel who are Ronaldo fans, maybe? I don't think so. I think people are objective, you know. I think people are objective enough. Like I just said, I think Messi deserves to be second or third in this list. I really do. I just do not think he deserves to be first. I think he deserves to have 5 Ballon d'Ors, legitimately. But I don't think he deserves to have 7. I think 2 of those years should have gone to somebody else. It's just a political or friend structure, whatever it is, in terms of the voting that's got him it, really. So that's my opinion. Yeah. There you go. In the United says, Jason, you're deluded. Di Maria won for Argentina, Copa America. Okay, yes, Di Maria did do that. Yes, and didn't he score in? Didn't he score in the final as well? I seem to remember. Or was that somebody else? I think Di Maria scored in the final, didn't he? That Dobby little melt. Anyway, I came in yesterday, first time I subscribed to. Die-hard Messi fan here, but Lewandowski deserved it. It's about Argentina winning Copa America, Mike. But that's a fair point, Amit. It's a really fair point. But if it's about that, and it is a good tournament to win, it's a tough tournament to win, of course. But it's not as tough as the European Championships to win. And I'm going to be totally honest, I genuinely believe that. I mean, really, they used to call the World Cup the European Championship plus Brazil and Argentina. That's basically what they used to call it. Not so much anymore, because obviously there's other good nations as well that have come. There's a lot of great African nations, a lot of great football teams around the world. But at one point, they used to say the World Cup was just the Europe plus Brazil and Argentina. So is it that hard to win? I mean, European football has Spain and Argentina and Italy and Portugal and France and England and all the rest of it. It's just, I don't know. It's not necessarily the better. Their standard is just as high, but it's just overall more competitive. So it's harder. So, the fact that Jorginho won the Euros with Italy and the fact that he obviously won the UEFA Champions League with Chelsea, if it's just on the achievements here, if it's just on what they've won, then it's Jorginho who should win it. So I don't really get the basis of, it's because he won the Copa America. Yeah, that's great. And he did score some goals and have great stats and all the rest of it. But it's still, individually, overall as a season, I don't think it's the most impressive season out there. I think Lewandowski takes it with the sheer amount of goals and the sheer stuff that he won. A couple of things, the only stuff he really could win. Well, no, he didn't, obviously win the Champions League, but the Bundes and the Pokal Cup or whatever it is. Anyway, I don't know about that, you're absolutely. He says, Messi is gash, simple, being proven as he can't do anything for Galactico PSG. Okay, but, I think he probably will start doing it for them. He is a great player. He's a very good player. Maybe this will be his last Ballon d'Or. To be fair, this is the first time I think Ronaldo's been outside the top three in 12 years or something. I could be wrong there, but it's a long time since Ronaldo was last out of the top Ballon d'Or contenders. And in terms of Messi, he might drop out of it next year. He can't win the Copa America with them. It's like, unless Argentina win the World Cup or PSG win the Champions League and he has a great run in it, I don't see him doing it because PSG are playing in the Farmers French League and it's just not a good enough league to impress anyone. He might get 100 goals, but for me, that shouldn't give him that should not give him the nod in the Ballon d'Or either, because he's not doing it in as strong as a league anyway. So it kind of just writes him off from Ballon d'Or discussion, unless he does it on the highest stages, which is, of course, for Argentina and, of course, for PSG in the Champions League. Fair enough if they do it there. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's in here. What's going on? He says, Ballon d'Or is meant to be about individual performance. Precisely. Lewandowski did a lot more than Messi did individually. Absolutely. Won everyone and got 50 league goals. Absolutely. Hey, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, you're right, man. You see? I knew. Hey, people writing Ole off. You know what? He's got a good head on him, this guy. Thank you, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, for getting in here. Galactico PSG that didn't win the league last year. How people change their tune when the GOAT joins. He's the best to ever do it. Get over it. Well, that's your opinion, Billy. I guess that means that's absolutely definite. But in all honesty, I disagree with you. I think that Ronaldo is actually better because he's done it in different places to a higher standard overall. He's won the Ballon d'Or at United. He's won the Ballon d'Or at Real Madrid. He's won things in 3 different, domestic leagues. He's also won the European Championship with Portugal. Come on. I mean, yes, Messi's done the Copa America. Messi's got 7 Ballon d'Ors now. In the Pantheon of Greats, in a few years' time, people like you, Billy, will say, when they've all retired and it's all dust settled, who's the greatest player of all time? People will look back and go, Messi's got 7 Ballon d'Ors. Ronaldo only got 5. Oh, that means Messi's better. Bollocks. It's because France football's a corrupt piece of shite. That's basically what it seems to be the case. So that's funny. Don't even use the Ballon d'Ors as a measuring stick here. Let's talk about goals. Lionel Messi once put up, I think, 93 or 94 goals in a calendar year. I think Lionel Messi perhaps had the best individual year ever out of any individual player. I think that's hard to dispute, really. That season, do you remember that season? It's fucking unbelievable. Ronaldo was doing incredible stuff too, but you can't deny Messi at one point hit unbelievable levels. But over longevity, over the course of all that time, Ronaldo going to this team and this team and this team, I think individually he's more impressive. He's got more different sort of, in terms of, his arsenal, you know, like heading ability, the long shots are insane. Okay, he's not got the dribbling in the sense that Messi's got that crazy low center of gravity, that crazy Messi-style grip dribbling that only Messi can do. You know, he is just a crazy mercurial talent. They're both the GOATs. That's the correct answer. The correct answer is they're both the GOATs. In my opinion, I think Ronaldo edges it just because he's proven in different places. You know, but they're both the GOATs. In all honesty, that is the true answer. They're different. They're not the same type of player. They're different players. They're both just as impressive. They've both got just as impressive, you know, CVs and awards and everything that they've won. So they're both the GOATs, to be fair. But just in terms of a Ballon d'Or point of view, this is bullshit. It's absolute bullshit, and it shouldn't really have gone to Lionel Messi. Janice Frackler says, "Hi Pig, partly agree with you, but to be honest, check Giacomarcus's goal stats for Eredivisie. It's not only about performance. When Messi did for Argentina was unbelievable, while his teammates were most..." Excuse me? Giacomarcus for Eredivisie? What are you talking about, Janice Frackler? Talking about the Ballon d'Or, mate, not the fucking Johnston Spade Trophy, lad. Anyway, to Judah says, "Just remember Messi has more goals against top Prem teams than Pinaldo," says T. Judah. Well, okay, fair point in terms of the Champions League. I mean, Messi, what you don't understand, he's part of, in my opinion, probably the greatest team of all time, maybe the greatest team of all time. Yeah, it's got to be up there, hasn't it? That era team with Xavi, Iniesta, Messi, you know, it's got to be up there with one of the best teams, and that was a dominant team. I mean, United played them 2 Champions Leagues in a row, lost both of them. It was they were just formidable to play against, and he was their crown jewel. He really was. He was their best player, and he's, you know, absolutely. But the team was insane. It was an insane team, insane coaching style, changed football in a lot of ways. So yeah, okay, fair enough. You know, that says a lot as well about him being part of that amazing team. You can't really say that's a negative just because he was in a great team, but he's always stayed at that great team. Maybe the next year or two will tell, because Ronaldo is undoubtedly capable of going anywhere and having a good impact. And even if he doesn't do it now at 36 in the Premier League, which I think he still will, he's already done it in the Premier League. He's already won the Ballon d'Or in the Premier League. He's already won the Premier League. He's already proven in the Premier League, and he's done it in La Liga. He's done it in Serie A. Messi's gone to the Farmers League now. So over the next 2 years, he might, you know, he's scored, what, 1 in 9 so far in the French League? Pathetic stuff. He needs to sort himself out. He's having a nightmare over there. I'm sure he will, but even if he does, it's all not that impressive because it's in the Farmers League. So there you go. That's my opinion. He's bottled it the next couple of years. He's ruined his career, man. He's fucking ruined his career, guys, moving to France. Honestly, join the Farmers League. You have to win the Champions League or win the World Cup with Argentina. Otherwise, you're shattered your legacy, mate. There you go. They've given him this last Ballon d'Or because they know he's never fucking winning another one. Malp says Messi would have struggled in the Premier League, no doubt. I disagree. Listen, I disagree. I think we're doing Messi Day. Messi scored a lot of goals against English clubs. He would have done fine in the Premier League. He's a great player. He's the GOAT. One of the GOATs. It's hard to say who's the GOAT. In my opinion, 4 players stand out in my mind as being the true GOATs. You've got Ronaldo, you've got Messi, you've got Maradona and Pele. Take your pick, you know. How do you know? How do you, in terms of this era, though, it's got to be Ronaldo and Messi. Are you mad? Breaking Celtic and Rangers for the title and winning the European Cup with Aberdeen is immense. Are you talking to you arguing with somebody in the live chat about Sir Alex's stats? Yeah, okay, well, that's very impressive, yes. Hey, 212 of you legends in here, by the way. 118 of you have hit the like button. We can do better than that. Smash that thumbs up. Let's have a good old Baker Brigade like spike. And let's see if we can get this to 169, dudes. Also, give it a like. Gives us a boost up on the algo. Did I already say that? Thank you everyone for smashing the thumbs up anyway. I appreciate it. It's free to do. You might as well. Sam says Zlatan is the GOAT. Is he really? I mean, he's the Swedish GOAT, no doubt about it. But he's not really the GOAT. I mean, I don't think even Zlatan's ever won the Champions League, has he? You know? Correct me if I'm wrong. Has Zlatan ever won the Champions League? I don't think he has. He's played at a lot of different clubs. I mean, Zlatan's the ultimate player who's proven himself in loads of different clubs, though, because he's gone absolutely here, there, and everywhere, and always scored a lot of goals and done well, really. So, you know, yeah, he's undoubtedly one of the greats. Should have been Lewandowski, says J Bud MUFC. I'm 100% with you, my friend. Thank you very much there, Mr. Cool Homies, for putting that in the live chat. I'll pop that to the top. How is that Phil Foden in the listing, says DeAndre Elliott. Yeah, it's a little bit strange, isn't it? I agree. It's a little bit strange, Phil Foden getting in there. But hey, you know, he did have a good year. And obviously City did well. They did get to a Champions League final, win the league. So, and he did have a decent hand in it. Rupert Meadows says, Kante, Jorginho and Lewandowski should have won. I think Kante. Fair enough. You think Kante should have won it? Judah says, bro, you realise that Messi had most goals in 2021 season and in 2018. Yeah, but this is judging it for the calendar year of 2021, mate. And Lewandowski's got way more goals than him, T. Judah. So it's a moot point you just made there, my friend. And why are you going back into 2018-19 for? Anyway, True says he's the goat of that type of striker that he is. Kante over the guy that has won everything, says Matt Braga. Give it Lewandowski. He deserved it last year anyway. I think it's a shambles he's not won it this year, guys. Even Messi said on the podium, he said, you know, Lewandowski, you should have won it last year. You know, he should have won it this year too, based on what he's done. He's been an incredible striker. And, you know, he's absolutely in his peak, absolutely in his prime. I don't think he can do any more individually to win it than what he's done. I guess maybe if Bayern win the Champions League. But, I mean, come on. You know, what he can't do much more than he's done to win that trophy. It's about who's the best, most individually gifted, best player that season. It's not about who's won this or who's won that, is it? It shouldn't be, and it's actually not. It's about who's the best player. And Lewandowski was the best player in terms of his sheer amount of goals and what he's done. Big God Bob says Zlatan is only on 400 goals. Ronaldo is on 799. Wow, that's impressive. Yeah, and Zlatan is obviously a lot older as well. He's like nearly 608 now. But, you know, he is from the Middle Ages, that guy. So to be able to do that when you're that old is pretty impressive. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer says Ballon d'Or and UEFA are just corrupt. They're all corrupt, aren't they? I agree. There's a lot of corruption going through it, man. It's a disgrace. Jarvis Cocker, hello, says Messi scored 1 against Uruguay, 2 against Bolivia, and 1 against a 10-man Ecuador. Not impressed. I mean, fair enough. He's done well. He's helped his side. They've won the Copa America. It's a big tournament, obviously big international tournament, and very impressive stuff. Great, nice one. Well done. Excellent. Good man. But still, though, his overall season was not that impressive, dude. It just wasn't. Coda says Lua robbed. Hashtag Lua robbed. And hashtag FFF. Foot France football in the live chat. Jordan Griswold says totally unfair. Lewandowski should have won it. Absolutely rigged. Spot on, I agree. I agree with you, mate. And this is it. You're speaking my language now, guys. You really are. T. Judah says, but winning major trophies are a criteria to win the Ballon d'Or. That's why he's edged Lua. Okay, so why didn't Jorginho win then, who won more impressive stuff than Messi then? Messi, you know, Jorginho's a midfielder. Don't tell me because Messi scored more goals. That's what we should have just an attacking award then instead. It's not. It's an overall best player. You know, Modric won a few years ago. He only got a couple of goals. So don't tell me it's about Messi's fucking goals. We can only compare what Jorginho's got the Champions League and the Euros. So it doesn't add up what you're saying. I'm sorry to say it does not add up. Kingface says this result makes me want to fight. Well, steady on now, Kingface. Oh. Mickey says Messi is better than anyone that's played the game. Arguably, you're right. Apart from maybe Mr. GOAT Cristiano. Lua robbery 2 years on the bounce, says Bob 90-34-7. 100% Bob, you're spot on and good to see you. Sly Dog says we could do with Zlatan up front with Ronaldo. He's probably still do the business in the Prem, no doubt. Phil No Bones Jones, limbs are corrupt, says Big God Bob. Right, let me get into some more Rangnick stuff, guys. So, Ralph Rangnick is the new manager, of course. A few more things coming out here. So, under Ralph Rangnick, this is for Opta Stats in 2018-19, the average starting distance of RB Leipzig's sequences of play was 43.1 metres from their own goal. Only Bayern Munich initiated their open play sequences further away from their goal on average. So, you know, in terms of playing high up, this is what we're thinking about. You know, pressing high up and playing high up. We should be playing that style of football coming very, very soon. Also, more stats here coming through from his previous time there at Leipzig. He also ranked second behind Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga in 2018-19 for high turnovers, the number of sequences that start in open play and begin 40 metres or less from the opponent's goal. Hunters. So you're basically, you know, you get winning the ball back a lot and then getting straight on the offensive. So very good, impressive stats coming from his time at RB Leipzig and maybe an indicator of how we will play. Gary Neville has tweeted and said, welcome to the greatest football club in the world, Ralph Rangnick. A contract for 6 months to coach the team, a contract for 2 years to coach the club. That's basically what it is. He's basically coaching the club. The club needs it. The club needs to figure out how to bloody improve in all different footballing aspects and not just, on the pitch as well, which is definitely where we need to improve. Okay, Mason Greenwood, by the way, in case you wondered, he finished 5th in the Trophy Copa Award ranking. So I guess that's the Young Players Award, is it, at the ceremony? So, yeah, pretty impressive. He's pretty good, 19 years of age. Where is that? Let's see. Let's just have a look if I've got the... There we go, Copa Trophy. So, right, 5th, Pedri won it from Barcelona, Pedri, and then Jude Bellingham came 2nd. Jamal Musiala from Bayern Munich finished 3rd. So there you go, guys. That is the list of that, and Mason Greenwood finished 5th. So that is the list. Mason Greenwood doing bits though. The star boy. Let's get a star in the live chat. He is obviously going to be a great player. I hope Rangnick can develop him and turn him into a really good striker personally. And I think he might like his pressing ability. I mean, there were times when he was playing as the number 9 for a little bit under Solskjaer, where he's dropping deep and he's all over the place, and he showed a lot of good abilities for a young lad in that role. I was quite impressed with him leading the line, actually. So I think going forward, he could be a good asset there. I'm not sure if he's going to be utilised immediately. He needs to be developed and brought in there slowly anyway. Still only 19, remember. But definitely the future looks good for Mason Greenwood. Messi the GOAT, says Serta OP. Fair enough. Well, a few people think Messi should have won the Ballon d'Or, but 75%. We've had, listen, there's a lot of people getting in here tonight. 335 people have voted, and 75% of people say Lewandowski. I mean, come on. Doesn't that tell you the story? It's not even close here. It's not even close. Rushmano says we've got 133 likes. Get in there, my son. Smash the like. Sly Dog says, I hope Rangnick sees Ronaldo is the key. Yeah, okay, maybe he will, maybe he won't. This is the situation with Ronaldo, of course. He's older. Is he able to do this high-pressing game? This very dogged, lots of movement, lots of covering the ground. And is he able to do this for Manchester United in a Rangnick system? I personally think that he can. But I'm not sure if he's the best person to do it, in all honesty, from what we've seen. I mean, like, if you look at the way Edinson Cavani does it, then... if you look at the way Edinson Cavani does it, then I think you've got to say his pressing, his style might be more suited to what Manchester United are doing. I think someone's been accidentally hidden, haven't they? No? I don't know. We'll look into that afterwards. But anyway, thank you, Rushmano says subscribe to the channel. Yes, everyone, do hit that subscribe. Smash the old sub if you're new, if you're here for the first time, absolutely. Okay. Tough job for Rangnick, to say the least. He needs 2 years, not for one for me. He's going to hate some of these players so much, says Big God Bob. Okay, fair enough. Maybe that's true. We'll see. Some of them do need dropping. Maguire needs to slap around that big slabby dome of his. Rupert Meadow says, FIFA tonight, I can give you those tactics. I don't think I'm going to do FIFA tonight, actually, Rupert. I'm probably just going to chill and get an early night, to be honest. I'm pretty shattered. Bell69 says, was it me? No, I'm here. Am I hidden again, says Batman Night Fan? No, I think somebody's been hidden. Rush Marlow, did you mean to do that? I don't know. I can only see one message from the guy, and it doesn't look that bad. But if there's something previously, I'll then let us know. But anyway, Janice says Pig at 2001 Riquelme deserved more than Owen, having won Argentina League, Libertadores, UEFA Cup versus Real in Copa America. In 2010, Iniesta deserved it more than Messi. Last year, Lewis should get it. There you go. I agree. I think also maybe Wesley Sneijder should have been a good decision from. A good idea for winning it in 2010 as well. That's a really good point. Fungsire says, can he turn CR7 into a pressing machine? I don't think so, says Fungsire. Fungsire, Callum Davies says, without top players soon, Rangnick only has months to do what you want him to do. A lot more running means more injuries. It takes years, not months. Yes, I'm with you on that one. I mean, I don't know about that. He's here to instill the philosophy into this club and oversee things as well from a consultancy point of view. You can see managers come in short term and instill a different style of play and change things, though, and just change the mentality as well. Like, look at Tuchel at Chelsea. It does happen. So, yeah, that is... that is definitely the case. Don't know how Greenwood finished above Saka, to be fair, but must be corrupt, says Billy 1999. It's all kind of corrupt, isn't it? Carrick and co staying, says Funksire. Absolutely. So in terms of the coaching staff, it does seem that that's the case for now, because the current Lokomotiv Moscow assistant of Ralph Rangnick is staying to oversee the role. So let me just show you this. Let's go back to the news then, lads and lasses. Let me have a look at what the situation is. So that's what we know in regards to the backroom staff. As you can see, Lokomotiv Moscow, they've actually taken this guy, Lars Kornetka, who's the guy that's worked at 3 previous clubs with Ralph Rangnick, and they've basically just given him the job that Ralph Rangnick was doing as like head of sports. So yeah, he was hopefully going to be coming as our assistant manager, because he's got a lot of abilities, it seems, in terms of like video analysis, coaching, and also, you know, the system that Ralph Rangnick wants to play. But it seems that he's actually going to step in and take over the role at Lokomotiv. So that is one guy that we thought might be coming in with Ralph Rangnick, who is not now. So he's not coming in. And also, we don't know who he will be bringing in with him at this moment in time. So we might see Carrick, McKenna, Feenan and co will stay, or we might see them sacked. We might see a new coaching staff come in, or we might see just 1 or 2 maybe added, or we might see 1 or 2 go and somebody added. We don't know yet, basically. We'll find out soon, I'm sure. Ralph Rangnick's got a bit of work to do in that regard, so we'll find out in the coming days. Raul did it at 35 in Schalke under Rangnick, and they reached UCL semi-finals. Rangnick tactics is to play high up. It automatically reduces area 1 has to press. Yes, absolutely, Amit Kubo. You're spot on there, my friend. So, yeah, definitely high-pressing football, this Gagan press system. Schneider had a great season in 2010, says Janice. Yeah, I agree, though. Iniesta, I think, you know, scored the World Cup winning goal, had that incredible season with Barca. I agree with you, Janice Varakis, and what he did with Spain. I agree. I think that was definitely a year it should have gone to either him or Schneider. Johnny says apparently world class on his day. Paul Bill Pogba not in the top 30. There you go. And neither should he be, in all honesty. You know, I hope that's the wake up call for him. You know, that maybe he needs. He's not even in the top 30. It's a good point, my friend. Wiggy says football's been corrupt for years. Don't know how this is a surprise to anyone. True. I mean, just the fact that the Glazers can buy the United with debt money and Lumbras in that sort of situation just goes to show you football's corrupt. George Miller says, what do you think Carrick and McKenna are going to do? Make Rangnick a coffee? I guess Rangnick is going to have to, pick their brains about some of the things that have been going on, try and make a transition, try and find out what's been going on, what's been going wrong, and then completely squash that and make a new approach. Because also, it's easy to come in and say how you want to change things, but I think it's good to know what's happened before as well in order to change things successfully or transition in a smooth fashion. So I think they'll be doing that in the short term. Like I said, Rangnick's only here for 6 months, so there's a chance that a new manager in the future, a permanent manager, could come in and sack off Carrick and co and go with a different look backroom staff as well in the summer. And he might not just make the changes now because those guys are contracted and there's only 6 months for him in the job. He might add somebody for now, and he might try and teach the current coaching staff that we've got to do it his way. I think that's quite likely, particularly in regards to Michael Carrick, because he's shown, he's young and he's got a good future ahead of him potentially. Callum Davies says, good point with Tuchel there, Pig. Will be exciting even as a City fan. Yeah, I mean, it can happen. Managers can come in and turn it around in a short space, but usually it does take a bit of time. But I think United, what we need now is immediate results, really. Like, yeah, we've gone for a few projects now. The Jose project, the Ollie project, and even the Louis project to a degree. And I think we need some sooner results now. Ellie, thank you very much. How are you doing tonight there, Ellie? Hope you're doing well. She says, like and subscribe, guys, with all the Bacon Brigade emojis. Thank you so much. Yeah, please do hit the like if you're just joining us and getting involved there. Have your say in the live chat as well about anything we are discussing here. So I'm going to just put up that there. And Lewandowski clearly winning the vote for the Ballon d'Or. Pretty interesting, actually. 75% say Lewandowski. It's pretty clear who should have won the Ballon d'Or this year, isn't it? Pretty damn clear. Right, just a couple of more things. If you were just joining us, so Rangnick, 6 months, 2 years as a consultancy deal and 6 months as interim. Lokomotiv announced on Monday night that the coach, Lars Kornetka, will stay at the club in the position that Ralph Rangnick had. So that is a bit of information. It's understood Rangnick will bring a small number of staff. Fabrizio Romano said that he'll probably bring one member of his current staff with him to Manchester United. Also, There's a quote here from Rangnick previously from 2020 in regards to Jadon Sancho. This is what he said about Sancho. He said, "I don't see any other player with his combination of pace and being dangerous in front of goal and ability to get assists. He's one of the best talents in Europe." So I think he's looking forward to the talents that he's got in the squad and working with them, particularly Jadon Sancho. And what a good time for Jadon Sancho to start warming up at Manchester United. He's scored 2 in 2 now. And I think Rangnick coming in is going to be a real positive thing for Sancho. He's going to start playing exactly how Sancho, or very similar to how Sancho had been playing previously at Dortmund. With that style, Sancho's going to be right at home. And he's right, if you look at his assist stats in Dortmund, he's getting assists and goals. We'll have to see if he can replicate that in the Premier League. But if he can get anywhere near it, he's going to be a great player. And also the other big news, if you're just joining us, Lionel Messi wins his 7th Ballon d'Or ahead of Robert Lewandowski, Jorginho, and Benzema and co. Ronaldo finished 6th. Bruno Fernandes finished 21st in the vote for the Ballon d'Or. That is the full list. In fact, I'll just pop it up for a second if you're just joining and wondering. That is the full list there, up to 18th anyway. So, that's pretty much the news, guys. Was there anything else I wanted to discuss here? Haidara is one option. Oh, yes. So, Amadou Haidara has emerged as a possible target in the January transfer window for United with... It's just speculation, really, that Rangnick is coming in here and maybe would be interested in this guy. And he said previously his dream is to play for United and he'll do everything he can one day to do that. Ralph Rangnick, when speaking in 2006, also said, "I have admired the way the supporters support their teams in England." So, you know, I'm sure he's looking forward to getting into the passionate Old Trafford atmosphere there. Right then. Okay, that's basically the headlines, guys. Thank you, everyone who's in here. Yes, do hit the like on it. Do hit the subscribe. I'm going to have a Q&A session now, so I'm going to stick around for a little bit and have a chat with you legends for a little bit. So now's the time. If you're annoyed that I missed your messages, understand that I'm waffling away here, trying to think and trying to give you the latest news. So sometimes I do miss the messages. But now's the time. Get your thoughts and opinions in. Have your say in the live chat, and let's be having you. Cheers, guys. Right, let's do this. Anything we discussed in the vid, have your say about. No FIFA tonight, Jordan. No, mate. We'll be back tomorrow, that though, mate. Okay, so Carrick needs to go at this point. Go off championship level, cut your teeth. I think you're right. If he ever wants to be an actual manager one day, sticking around as an assistant. I say that, actually. Maybe sticking around for now under Rangnick for 6 months makes a lot of sense. And then maybe going, the new permanent manager comes in, maybe going in the summer and getting a job for the new season. That probably makes a bit of sense, to be fair, for him personally, because he can learn some stuff under Rangnick with this new system, new approach as well. Nathan McKenna says, Messi got the French tax. It's living in Monaco. Well, you know, Monaco tax, so you're probably fucking registered there, lad. Governments need to ban sugary drinks. What's that all about? I hope they give Ralph the time he needs, says Coda. Me too there, Coda. I'm 100% in agreement. But then again, he's only got 6 months and 2 years as a consultant's job, which is not the coaching job. So really, he's only expected to have 6 months. So you say you wanted to give him time, but he's actually only come in on the basis that he's having 6 months. But if he does well, I'd like him to maybe, if he does well, gets us competitive and a new style of play, and we're up there competing for things, then I will want him to stay on as well and get longer. But initially, it's only 6 months, isn't it? Saeed says, if Messi and Lewandowski has a one-on-one in a FIFA Street style game, we both know that Messi would win. The right person won the Ballon d'Or. Enough said, do we know that, Saeed? I don't know in this thing. Lewandowski's a bit more physical. I don't know if we'd know that in a street game of football. I'm not so sure, Saeed. Messi's a little bitch. I'm just joking, but Saeed, I'm not so sure, mate. But yeah, I mean, look, his what would I say? His small area dribbling is the best ever, really, isn't it? Like his ability just to get in and around people in short spaces and turn on the sixpence and that low center of gravity. It is pretty much the best ever. So you've got to give respect where it's due. He probably would. He probably would beat him in a one-on-one in that sense, but it's not about that. It's not about who would beat who in a one-on-one. If that was the case, I think Ronaldo would mash Messi up just because he's so much more physical and faster and like just physically, if you're talking about end-to-end game of football here or something, I think Ronaldo would do him. You know, if Ronaldo wants to just take it past Messi, there's no way Messi's going to stop him, whereas I think Ronaldo would stop Messi more often than Messi would stop Ronaldo. So if you're going on that basis, Ronaldo should win the fucking Ballon d'Or, you know? It's stupid. It's a stupid debate. Jarvis Cocker says, is Rangnick another LVG? I'm afraid it will end in tears. I don't think so. I think he's going to bring a real forward-thinking style of play. We know that his style of football basically encompasses the idea that the first pass is always a forward pass, pretty much. And you want to immediately get on a team press if you lose the ball. And when you get it back, you want to try and get it forward as quickly as possible with direct passing, and quick movement. That is the idea behind the philosophy. So I actually think it's nowhere near LVG style of football, because obviously when LVG came in, it was a lot of side passing football, very slow, methodical stuff. I don't think it's like that. I think it's going to be very much a fresh attacking approach. We might be a little bit exposed. It might be a little bit like, remember the first couple of seasons when Klopp came into Liverpool, when there's this transitional period, and they are starting to play nice stuff, and they are starting to attack well and cut teams open, but they're kind of defensively vulnerable. Maybe that's a personnel thing, but I also think it's a lot down to just the transition and learning the new system and getting up to speed. So there might be a period of time where we're struggling a little bit, conceding a few goals, but ultimately we should be hopefully able to score a lot of goals. Natalie Pert says, hi Pig, Ronaldo all the way. Get in there, Natalie Pert, thank you very much. Yes, Sul Viva Ronaldo, I agree. Gavinio, hello there. He says, do you think Maguire starts versus Arsenal? Personally, I think Bailly and Lindelof deserve to start again after their performance at the Bridge. Great comment, Gavinio. Yes, that's a really good point. I think that they probably do as well. Bear in mind that Varane is not fit, and even if he is back fit for that game, he's not going to be 100% fit, and he might be just, might be a little bit too soon. So I actually think, yes, Maguire should be on the bench. Maguire should be on the bench, and I think, I agree with you, Bailly and Lindelof were quite impressive in the last game. They had the moments, but, I think Bailly was completely solid, and Lindelof had a really good game overall. So, yeah, I agree, Gavino. I'd go with both the same of them in that game. Varane, obviously, if he's 100% fit. I didn't understand that. What the fuck? Yeah, I wasn't asking. Did you hear that? My phone just says, I didn't understand that. You what? They'd be listening to me. What? Hey, Herodi says, good night, Piggo. Gotta go, mate. Hey, thank you, Herodi. I really appreciate you getting in here. Thank you so much for joining us. And that goes for everybody who's been in the live chat tonight. Make sure you drop your like before you go, Herodi. And have a good one, my friend. Sorry about Spurs. United probably says McTominay on halfway line, passing the ball back to goalkeeper time and time again, pain in my teats with his still slow fucking play. Hey, United Project, I thought McTominay was pretty decent in the last game. I mean, listen, he had a bad first half, and the second half was very good. I thought Carrick sort of did well with him, dropping him deeper and stuff and coming into the back line at times, and it was quite a decent performance by him in the second half, but I don't really think that he's the right man to play in our midfield going forward. I agree. I think we need a bit more. Siri doesn't understand what Maguire is, says Gavino 99. Exactly. It's like, what is that? What is Harry Maguire? Sid doesn't understand what Maguire is. Hey, Gungshi, getting in there with those wild pig emojis and those bacon brigade emojis. Good to see you, Gungshi. How are you doing today? Thanks for joining us, mates. We're on here for a few more minutes. Hope you're doing okay. Illy United says, ha ha ha. Hi, pig lads and lasses. Looks like I'm late to the party. You are, Gungshi, but better late than never, sir. Alex Walker says, Pig, last message. Let's see what you have to say for yourself. He says, don't want to go on. Just spent the day at a funeral today, so a big shout out to my uncle, Andrew Grant. Oh, Andrew Grant, I'll shout out to your uncle, Andrew Grant. Let's get some love hearts in there for Alex Walker, my friend. Love hearts in there for Alex Walker. Much love to you, Alex. Sorry to hear that, my friend. Sorry to hear that. Let's get some love hearts in there for Mr. Walker. And some rest in pieces as well, guys. Jarvis Cocker says, I didn't compare Rangnick to LVG for style of play. Oh, I see. He says, I was thinking of personality. They demand a lot from the club and the Glazers won't deliver. You can even put in Mourinho for comparison. Yeah, okay. I actually think he's different. He's different, isn't he? I'd say he's not near the profile of those guys, or certainly Mourinho. Obviously, when Mourinho came in, I don't know about that. Mourinho would probably have demands as well. I see what you're saying. He's similar in that sense with demands from the club, and maybe, but he's only here for 6 months, so he's literally signed on for a 6-month interim role. So maybe there's certain assurances that he's been given, but also he's probably realistic in the sense that he's really here to set up the next manager. So I don't know. Listen, I don't know. I really don't think it will be like the LVG appointment. I think they've actually gone for somebody totally different this time. Somebody who does demand more freedom. Somebody who does have a pretty, what's the word? revolutionary style of play, changing the philosophy at Manchester United, getting us to play in a certain way, stopping the absolute rot that has been setting in and getting us playing an attacking fashion again. He's somebody that can actually change the foundations of a football club, and he can actually build behind the scenes too. If you look what he did with the RB Leipzig brand and the RB Salzburg brand, the RB brand in general, he's obviously improved that club a lot while he was there overall, not just not just on the football pitch. Cherry Pie getting in here with the love hearts. Thank you everyone for the rips and the love hearts. Much love to you, Alex Walker, sir. Much love to you, my man. Long-time channel member, Alex Walker. Sorry to hear that, dude. Sorry to hear that. Any word on Shaw's injury, says Gavino? I think he'll be back fit now, to be fair, Gavino, because it was just like a concussion, wasn't it? I think it was just a head. He knocked his head, and I think it's just a concussion. So I think he should be back fit for the Arsenal game. Whether or not he plays is another story, because obviously Tellez has looked pretty good in the last 2 games. Coda comments, what do you think? Who do you think is our best centre-back couple? I personally think it's probably Varane and Bailly. Me too, Coda. If everyone's fit, I think Varane's the first name on the team sheet at the back, definitely. He's been proven this season to look our best centre-back and be our most secure. Lindelof's been very good this season, actually, overall. Impressed me. He's definitely stepped up a bit, but his weaknesses in the air are still there. And so I would go with Bailly, because I think Bailly ticks all the boxes. The only thing about Bailly, a little bit reckless, a little bit injury-prone, and so is Varane. So can you really base your centre-back pairing on 2 injury-prone players? Probably not a good idea. But then again, he is hopefully maybe turning the corner here in terms of injuries. We'll see. We'll see. He'll probably get injured again soon. But athletically, he's what we want. Him and Varane are both strong, both quick, both fit, both in terms of like being able to stay on it for the majority of the game. You see Slabby Maguire slouching and getting fucking tired in the game because he weighs about 100 kg or whatever. Those guys have got the conditioning, the stamina, and also Bailly physically strong in the air, in the tackle, same as Varane. So those 2 make perfect sense for me. Right now, I would go with Varane and Bailly if they're both fit, but obviously for the next game, probably Lindelof and Bailly. Screw Harry Maguire, man. Honestly, screw that guy. He's a terrible captain. He's a terrible centre-back for United this season. And he just talks like he's a complete passionless melt. And that's what I don't like. Fair enough if, he's saying things like, I take a long look at myself in my slab in the mirror. And, I've realised I've been absolutely fucking shite. And I've whipped myself into shape mentally. And that's it. I'm coming out like an uncaged Terry Butcher animal right now. Then fair enough. But he hasn't. He's just said the same old crap. We need to do better. Just morose. Absolutely morose. The word morose was invented for Harry Maguire. Shaw isn't good enough for United. Tell us over in any day, says Mikato. Shaw was brilliant last year, one of the best left-backs in the world. But hey, maybe you're right in terms of what Rangnick wants to do. He said some comments about Shaw before, which were not that favourable, so he might get rid of him. I'll just ask you then, guys. Or he might not get rid of him, but he might sort of give him the deputy role. I'll just ask you then, guys, who do you think should be Manchester United's left back? Or we don't actually know the system we're going to play yet, but let's just say it's a 4-2-2-2 or some sort of 4 at the back system. Who do you want to be your left back? Is it going to be Shaw or is it going to be Alex Tellez? I personally think that still Luke Shaw is ahead because of the season that he had last year. I think this season he's had a bit of a shocker. Can't deny that. But I'd still give him a chance under the new manager in a new system. Maybe the system was a bit more of a problem, of course, for Luke Shaw. He was exposed a lot of times on the left. He's obviously being asked to get forward, and if the midfield and the centre-backs there are not covering properly and the system doesn't work behind him, he's going to be made to look even more shite. So, yeah, I don't think Luke Shaw had a good season, but I think last year he was brilliant. I think he's a good player. He proved himself last year to be a great player, but he needs to continue that if he's actually going to be considered a great player again going forward. Otherwise, he's just going to go back to being a good player. I still like him. I think he had a great year last year. But Tellez right now is looking good. I mean, I like Tellez. He's a good player. Look at the goals and assists he got as well for Porto. We haven't even really seen the best of Tellez at United. It feels like he's only played a handful of games for United because he had that injury, and of course Luke Shaw had that amazing season where he kept him out. So we haven't really seen that much from Tellez, and what we have seen has been pretty good. Sometimes he's looked a bit ropey, but he's not really had a lot of opportunities. Lynette Giggs says Tellez has a chance. Yes, this is a good opportunity for him here. You really think both fullback positions are up for grab once Ralph Rangnick comes in? Good point, Gabino. Yeah, maybe he will even give Dallo a nod. Or maybe we'll sign a right back as well to contend with Wan-Bissaka, because, yeah, in his system, maybe Wan-Bissaka, with his lack of ability perhaps going forward, might be the case. Rio Ferdinand on Rangnick's appointment. I'm happy with it. This is what Rio said on Rangnick's appointment. He said, I'm happy with it. I've seen a lot of people disgruntled, lots of people in the media saying, why has he got it? People keep judging this situation based on Man United 10 years ago. United are in a completely different place now. It's a fair point as well. You know, we are the sleeping giant. We are the dormant volcano that is ready to explode, but we're not quite there. We're just hotting up. And in that sense, you know, it's not the most important thing to have the hottest manager in terms of the name or the profile. I mean, he is obviously a well-profiled, good profile manager with bags of experience here. But in terms of like a massive name, I guess he's not that. So some people might be a little bit like, who the fuck is that guy? But really, he's still a good coach with great experience, isn't he? Eddie's Football Waffle, how you doing there, Eddie? Great to see you in there. And shout out to Eddie's Football Waffle as well, man. He says, big up to all you guys in the chat. Have a good night. Keep liking. Thank you, Eddie O2. Appreciate you, my man. What an absolute don. He's got a new channel, Eddie's Football Waffle. Go and check him out. He's on my channel sometimes as well as a host on the channel, and he's a great lad. Thank you very much, Eddie. Jazzman says Tellez has a great left whip cross on him. And what about, oh yeah, great crossing from Tellez, I agree. Great corners as well. Great corner delivery, great crosses, great goal scoring threat as well. Do you remember that goal he scored in the Champions League? Was it the Champions League? I can't remember which game it was now. Maybe it wasn't the Champions League. You know that volley he scored, that left-footed volley? It was Van Persie-esque. He's got a technique on him, doesn't he? He's a great player. He's a great overall footballer. So yeah. Tellez and Levitt, says Jarvis Cocker. Wow, Levitt, fair play to you, Jarvis. I like your style. Shaw will improve under Rangnick, says Amit Kumar. Dennis Irwin says Ashley 89. Yeah, I think Shaw will improve. That's a good point. Remember this, Rangnick's coming in. He's probably got an idea of who he wants to play and who he's going to drop to begin with. But that can change. If Harry Maguire can adapt to, you know, the high press system, I think he won't. I think Harry's done. Because I think if you're playing with a high line, you need players with pace in the back line who can get back and cover a lot of space if a ball comes over the top, say. And if you're high up, and you're committed forward, then people like Harry Maguire, who are not the most mobile, are just going to be found out a little bit too often than we would like. So I think you need somebody that can win that pace battle on that, you know, that chase back if a ball comes in down the line or over the top. So I really do think that Maguire would actually not really benefit in this system, but he might give him a chance, but I don't see it working well. Same goes for people like Donny, question marks about him. Will he just stick Donny in and say hashtag free Donny? Or will he want to go with a different, maybe more physically speedy player in midfield? We don't know. So we'll have to see what he does. He's got a bunch of players to assess. He might decide Aaron Wan-Bissaka's not the right back for him. He might decide that Luke Shaw's not the right back for him. He might even decide that Ronaldo is actually counter-effective to the system that he wants to play. I mean, I don't know yet. We don't know. We have to see what he does when he comes in. But it seems like he's going to play. Oh, you've got to play Ronaldo. Toxic says that was against Atalanta or Villarreal in the Champions League. That volley was insane by Tellez. Mikhail Khan says the same people who wanted Maguire out are the same people who said Bayern Lindelof weren't good enough under Mourinho. None of them are the answer, but Maguire and Varane are our best bet. I mean, I don't agree, Mikhail Khan, but fair enough. I respect your opinion, though. I can get it. Maguire looks good for England, and he had a really good last couple of major tournaments for England. He's just never been a good enough player for United. Maybe just taking the armband off of him would free him up a bit. Maybe he can't live up to the pressure of the armband. Maybe he should just be a centre-back rather than being the leader of the team. You would play Bayern Varane, says Eamon Barrett. Yes, indeed. Slabby Dunn says Jimmy J. Absolutely. Bell says Pig and Pug play FIFA. Imagine the views. Pig and Pug. Any FIFA tonight? Not tonight, Shervan Philip. We'll be back tomorrow with that, though, dude. Gavinio says Ethan Laird out at Swansea on loan is one to keep an eye on at right back, says Gavinio. Yes, my friend, Ethan Laird's another great shout as well. Yeah, I see this is what United should be about, blooding youngsters, bringing the youth through. That's part of our history and part of what we should be doing. And I think Solskjaer started to do it, but he sort of went away from it towards the end, you know, loaning people out on loan, you know, a lot of the time rather than giving anybody opportunities here. Maybe we could have seen, you know, like there's discussions of Levitt, or maybe we could have seen Elanga a little bit more, who's been quite impressive a lot of the time. Garner, Jimmy Garner, you know, just loaned out there, not given a chance in a really shoddy United midfield. Could he have done that much worse? I don't think he would have done that much worse. So, you know, he could have blooded some youngsters. United should be about that. So maybe Rangnick will dip into the youth setup as well. You have to say, over the last 5 years, what United have done, if they planted a lot of seeds, they signed a lot of good 14, 15, 16-year-olds from various different places. They're turning into really good players now. So, yeah, I really think that, you know, give it a couple of years, we'll be producing a lot of great talents. But we've got to actually give them the chances, though. Good evening, Steve Hall. Yes, get in there, Steve. OCIH, hello there, says Messi Magical 7. Do you really think Messi deserved it, though? I don't. Big Golf says, why can't Wan-Bissaka play CDM? He's tall at 6 foot, not sure if he can head higher than Maguire, but he's better. Yeah, interesting. I mean, I was centre-back, centre-back. Because he's tall. I guess so. Yeah, I guess he could. I don't see why he couldn't. It's actually a decent shout. Yeah, I don't see why he couldn't, actually. It would obviously take some adaptation time. Ronnie Dodge says Varane keeps the defence calm and also should be a run for our captain. Great shout. Who's your United captain there, Ronnie Dodge? So Varane, Ronaldo, Bruno, De Gea. That's really the only correct answers here. Ronaldo, Bruno, De Gea, or Varane. Pretty much that's it. Who's your captain? Who's your captain? Lewandowski deserved it. I agree, Lynette Giggs. I'm with you on that one. Also might be the reason Ollie flubbed out the FA Cup against West Ham. I think he was trying to go all out for the title, says Shamir. Lua plays in a pub league, says OCIH. Well, Messi plays in a farmers league. Varane says G-Wolf United. Hey, G-Wolf United, Gavin, how you doing? Varane for captain, you think? Lynette Giggs says Ronnie. Illis says Ronnie. Bruno says Jimmy. Ronnie says Toxic, A219. I'd give it to Ronnie as well myself because he's just the most experienced, leader-ish type player we've got. He's a born leader. Hi, guys from Melbourne, Australia. Hey there, Charles Gale, getting in here from down under. Hope you're doing well, you bloody legend. Or Matic says Manchester United Red Devils. Yeah. Pogba, nah. G-Wolf says Maguire. I thought so. Hey there, Prince Baxter says, how would people pick Bruno over Ronaldo? I mean, in terms of leadership, Bruno was a great player for us for 18 months where he was almost the unofficial leader of our team in all fairness. He was sort of leading the side without actually having the armband. So I think that's why people want Bruno. I think Bruno's actually the second best choice for captain behind Ronaldo. So I don't think it's that crazy. But I would have Ronaldo, I agree. Jack Tilby says, all these Salt United fans twerking for half a year for Lua and Messi, the true GOAT, still wins. Yeah, but it's a farce of a competition really now. That's it. They're just clearly giving it to their mates. We know how it works. It's nobody's a fool. We all know. Look, 72% of the live vote. I'll just end that now. Have a quick vote if you want. 500 people have voted. Let's end the poll now. Look at the results in the poll. So, look, it's not definitive, obviously. This is the Flying Pig United channel. You know, a lot of Man United fans on here. You know, it's not definitive, but it's still, you know, a lot of people really don't think that Messi should have won, including myself. I think if you look at individually who's had the better year, Lewandowski wins. So it's kind of a little bit corrupt, if you ask me. A lot corrupt. Maguire says Jordan. Ronaldo says Scousebusters. Maguire should be captain, you think, still. Ronaldo captaincy because he's a legend, says Batman. Only problem with Bruno is that he puts a lot of pressure on himself when captain, like versus Chelsea. Fair one, Gavino. Yes, maybe certain players would be better with the freedoms of not having the armband. I think Slabby would be one of those too. Yes, well done, cool homies. Ronnie Dodge says, this is a joke. I wouldn't be surprised if the Glazers if the Glazers would try and make Cristiano manager. Supernaut says, can we remember how many times the Copa America has been held over the past few years? The Euros is once every 4 years, but the Copa was every year almost for a while. Yes, Supernaut, you're right. And how many times Argentina won it, mate? 0. I totally agree. And it's harder to win the Euros. Like I was saying earlier, people used to call the World Cup the Euro Championships plus Brazil and Argentina. No disrespect to any of the other South American sides. Chile, Uruguay are a really good team, by the way. They actually are. So, you know, it's almost really them. They're always a great shout to win it as well. You know, they got to be up there. Chile, Ecuador, looking Peru. You know, who else is there? It's really not that good. You know, whereas Bolivia, whereas the fucking Europe, Paraguay, whereas the European Championships, you got Germany, England, Spain, Portugal, Italy, France, you know, some other ones as well. I think it's tougher to win as well than the Copa America. That's just my personal opinion. What do you think's a harder tournament to win, guys? The European Championship or the Copa America? Have a vote. MXXP says Phil Jones captain. G-Will says Maguire seems to be under a lot of pressure, so I think he shouldn't have it. Agreed. I think he'll play better maybe without that extra pressure on him. Ronaldo legend, says Charles Gale. Lino de Silva, will Rangnick pick Ronaldo every week for captain? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not. It's a good point. Maybe he won't be playing all the time. Maybe he'll be giving opportunities to some of these younger, you know, like more leggy players now who can maybe press a little bit more for longer in a game. It's a fair point. You don't know. It's a fair point. Euro Championships, Euros Defo, says Coda. Euro Defo, says Alex Walker. Euros, yeah, it's definitely the European Championships. It is a harder competition to win because there's a slightly higher quality overall of a pool of talent. Like, that's it. I mean, South America has 3 really great teams, but the rest of them are, you know, not as good. Whereas Europe, I think, has like 6 really great teams, at least. And the Netherlands. Shit, sorry, the Netherlands. Yeah. How did we forget the Netherlands? Toxic says the Netherlands. I forgot about the Netherlands. Netherlands, one of the greatest nations in football, absolutely. You know, 3 major finals for them in their history, I believe. Unluckily, they haven't won one, really. But yes, great call. So yeah, the European Championship's definitely harder. Lynette, Giggs and Eamon, everybody agrees. There you go. Big Gob says Copa America's 100 times easier to win. Precisely. So there you go. It doesn't even compare. Nothing compares to Ronnie. Anyway, Scotland says Ian Dawn, you what? Cheeky little deep fried battered Mars bar, celebrate of a cheeky little deep fried battered can of Embrew, lad. Right, we're gonna wrap this video up then. We got 177 likes, 175 of you legends in here right now. I might stick around for a minute or two, but do hit the thumbs up button if you haven't done so. Smash the like. Hit the subscribe if you're new to this channel as well. Let's get 200 likes on this stream. Smash a thumbs up for Rangnick's appointment. And just, yeah, have your final say. I'll read a couple more out here before I go. Pigs, Ronnie Lovin, says Bell691. Oh, yeah, after Beckham retired, Ronaldo's the one. How did Jorginho get a higher ranking than Salah? Well, Jorginho did win the European Championships with Italy, and he also won the UEFA Champions League with Chelsea. So he was pivotal in that, really. He was, you know, he did have an impressive year. Thank you, Ronnie Dodge. I appreciate that one. This is the one, says Shamir. Copa America, Messi wins. What is Lua winning with Poland? Exactly, Mikhail Chan. It's so much harder for Lewandowski to win anything on the international stage. It's like when George Best is, you know, Northern Ireland player. What are Northern Ireland ever going to do? It's not as bad as that, by the way, because Poland are better than that. No disrespect to any Northern Irish people in here. But I'm just saying, like, it's still the fact his Poland side are never really expected to, they're not really going to win anything. They don't have a team as good as Argentina or one of the top sides in Europe. So they're always going to struggle. He's always going to struggle there. So he's like a big fish in a small pond, which is sad for him. It's like Zlatan with Sweden. You know, same sort of thing. So he's not expected to win anything with them, but he's won all that he can. He's scored an insane amount of goals. He's had like 74 goal contributions in like 56 games or something ridiculous in terms of goals and assists, something like that. Some mad stat like that. I had it up a minute ago. The guy's obviously clearly the best player this year. We'll get into that Gavinio soon, actually, my friend, for the preview. I don't want to give away too much now, but I will do for the preview once Rangnick's in as well. Yes, sounds good to me, Bell691. It's too late, though, so you'll have to bring one from your neck of the woods because they closed my way. Alex Walker says a question for you. Name some good defenders for Argentina. Well, Gabriel Heinze, previously. You mean right now? I mean, Marcus Rojo. It's a good point. That's their weak area. I agree with you. But Walter Samuel was a good defender. Over the years, they've had some good defenders. You know, they have. But they're not as good as other nations. I think that's their bad department. I totally agree with you. But yes, Tagliafico, says Gavinho. Yeah, he's a very good wing back. Acuna, isn't he a midfielder? I don't know. So what was the latest, says G-Wolf United? Otamendi. Oh, shit. Otamendi. Christian Romero and Otamendi, fucking great defenders. Forgot about that. Christian Romero is a very good defender. He's obviously Tottenham's player. He had a really good season last year in Serie A. And Otamendi, fucking, you know, forgot about him. Fucking gash-tastic fucking Otamendi, mate. You know, let's be fair. So they have got some decent players. Decent centre-backs, I guess. He's okay. Yeah, Zanetti, what a player he was. They have got some decent ones, actually. Pablo Zablo as well there. Yeah, Shamir Qureshi, Zabaleta, Otamendi, Tagliafico. So they do have some decent ones, actually. Yeah. Decent. Today's a great day. Get in there, Gucci lover. Breaking news. Rangnick said he's going to lock Keane in the dressing room with the players at halftime to give the players the death stare without speaking. Imagine Lazy Brat's reactions. I'd be throwing punches at these guys if I was in the dressing room. I wouldn't let them out for the second half. I wouldn't let them on the coach. They're a disgrace. Hey, nice one. Talking now. Yeah, Alex Walker, sorry, we just gone for it. There's a few good ones. But not that great. I agree. It's not like they've got a brilliant back line, but they've got a few good ones. Name best Argentina goalkeeper? Sergio Romero, Batman Night fan. He's the Don. Good keeper. Who's their current goalkeeper? Isn't that Martinez? Hang on. Argentina current goalkeeper. Yeah, Martinez, Musso, and Rui as well. Rui's a decent keeper as well. He played against us the other day, right? So, hey, you know, they've got some decent keepers right now, Argentina, you know. They have actually got some decent keepers. Martinez in goal for Villa, says Italy United. Yeah, decent. Thank you, Coda. Thank you, Rushmano, by the way, for all the updates throughout as well. Absolute legend. He says, Marcus Rojo, LOL. That's it. Scraping the barrel. Right, guys, we're going to wrap up this stream now. 15 likes off of 200. Smash the like if you haven't. Now's the time. Helps us out as a channel, and it's free to do. So hit the like before you go. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it in any way, hit the subscribe button as well. We'll be back on tomorrow, giving you all the latest United news. Hopefully some good news in regards to maybe assistants being appointed by Ralph Rangnick, etc. We'll get into all of that tomorrow. Also, click the little bell icon so you get notified when we post. Smash it like your name was Quasimodo. Esmeralda the bells! And you will be notified when we go live. Also, check out the website, which is unitedflyinghigh.com for your latest Man United news. Thank you, Kingface. Thank you, Wiggy. Thank you, Italy United. Jarvis Cocker, Social99, G Wolf, Shamir, Amit Kumar, Lynette Giggs, Eamon Barrett, Toxic, Coda, Batman Knife Fan, Matt Goodwin, Gavinio, Gucci Lover, Alex Walker, Big God Bob, Mikato, Eamon, Ilir, and everyone else. That's going to be the end of the stream, then. Thank you so much for watching. Do come back after it's finished. Have your say in the not live comment section. Let me know your feelings and thoughts about the Ballon d'Or, about Ronaldo, about Rangnick and his appointment, and what this new era is going to be. It is a new era at Manchester United, guys. It's a new era, maybe a new change of philosophy, way of thinking, style of play, approach, how we're going to go about things, this new Gagan press system. It's a new era at Manchester United, peeps. Hopefully it's going to be a good one. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Great show tonight. Appreciate you all being in here. See you on the next one. Rushy, Cool Homies, Josh Lee, Amit, Ian Dawn, Gavino, Gucci, and everybody else. That's the end of the stream. Have a good night. This is The Pig, and I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. And come on, United. And also, remember, when the seagulls follow the trawler, as this is because they think sardines will be thrown into the soup. Soup!